Good morning, guys. Good morning. Can you hear me? Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing today? Good morning. I believe you can hear me loud and clear. Please drop a comment if you can hear me loud and clear. Drop a comment if you can hear me loud and clear. Good morning. Can you hear me? Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing today? Good morning. I believe you can hear me loud and clear. Few minutes, please. If you can hear me loud and clear, please drop a comment, drop a comment. If you have any question, if there's anything you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. You all are welcome. Okay. Can you see my screen? Please confirm if you can see my screen. Confirm you can see my screen. Confirm you can see my screen. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, drop a comment. If you can hear me, drop a comment. If you have any question, drop it in the comment space. Okay, if you have any page you want me to analyze, let me know in the comments section. Let me know. You're welcome. So we'll start by looking at the calendar. Today is 21st of May 2025. So let's look at the calendar. What do we have? Okay, the only major news we have today is CPI from Great Britain, and that news has been released, as you can see. And you can see that the actual is higher than the forecast. That should be positive for the dollar. Sorry, for Great Britain pounds. That is positive for Great Britain pounds. So you should look out for buys opportunity on GBP. Okay, you should go for buys on GBP, buy GBP. Okay, it is positive. The forecast was 3.3 and the actual is 3.5. So you should go for buys on GBP. And tomorrow is on 22nd. Okay, so you can see tomorrow we have several major news to be released from the Euro, Great Britain, and also dollar and CAD tomorrow. So tomorrow will be a very volatile day. Okay, so let's go to the charts. We'll start by looking at DXY. We use the DXY dollar index to define the strength, to know the strength of the dollar. Okay, so we'll start by looking at the daily time frame. You can see yesterday candle closed strongly bearish. I told you guys yesterday that dollar will be bearish, and it was strongly bearish. And like I shared with you guys yesterday, this is where dollar is aiming for, the liquidity residing at this low, and also the liquidity residing at this relative equal lows. That's where dollar index is heading to. My bias for dollar index this week still remains bearish. I'm still very bearish on the dollar index. Okay, but at the moment, if you go to the 4 hour time, you can see there is a little retracement on 4 hour. Okay, there's a retracement on 4 hour. You can see the previous 4 hour candle closed as an hammer, and if the current 4 hour candle, okay, this candle would close by I think 1 or 2 p.m. Nigerian time. If it closes bullish, then you should expect DXY is likely going to retrace. Let's apply our Fibonacci from this swing high to this swing low. So you should expect DXY to retrace back to the equilibrium or premium. Okay, we should expect price to retrace back to equilibrium or premium. Okay, so this is where I would be considering going bearish on the dollar index. At the moment, it is bullish. It is likely going to retrace back to equilibrium or premium, which is above level 50. Okay, so that's where I'll be looking for sells on DXY. Okay, or price could break from this low, the low of this candle, this hammer candle. If price breaks out from this low, that would be a sell. It means the sell will continue. If price breaks out, if a 4 hour candle or 1 hour candle closes below the low of this candle, I would sell. Okay, so those are the 2 areas I will be considering selling DXY. It's either price pulls back to premium for me to sell, or I join the sell after price breaks out from this low. Okay, so you can see the reason why there is a pullback from this point. You can see the reason for this retracement. The reason for this retracement is this value gap. You can see this fair value gap on the 4 hour time frame. Price has pulled back, okay, to fill this fair value gap. You can see that. That is the reason for the retracement. So if a 4 hour candle breaks out from this fair value gap becomes an inverted fair value gap. Okay, it means that this fair value gap will be used as a resistance if a candle closes below this fair value gap, and that is when I will sell. Okay, so this is the reason for the pullback. And if you apply your Fibonacci from this swing low to this swing high, you would see that it is currently at a discount area. You can see, and at discount area, you buy and not sell. At a discount area, you buy and not sell. So you can see if you apply Fibonacci from this swing low to this swing high, okay, you would see that price is currently at extreme discounts. So we'll see price, retrace into a premium area or equilibrium before joining the sell. I hope that is clear. So that's my take on dollar index. My bias is still bearish. I'm still very bearish on the dollar index. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. Okay. So if you have any pair you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. Next, we'll be looking at the yen basket to know the strength of Japanese yen. Okay. It's important that you do this before you look at JPY pairs. Okay. Before you look at JPY pairs, know the strength of the yen before you execute trades on those pairs. Okay. So let's start with the daily time frame. Okay, so with what we have on the daily here, it's looking like APY will be bearish today. What I'm seeing on this chart. Okay, why? You can see here, if you apply your Fibonacci from this swing high, if you apply your Fibonacci from this swing high, to this low, okay, from this swing high to this swing low, price is currently at a premium area, right? And at that premium area, you can see we had a fair value gap here, and price just filled that fair value gap. So there's a high probability for price to retrace from after filling this fair value gap. You can see that. So if today's candle closes as a shooting star, or it forms a bearish reversal pattern, you should expect sell on Japanese yen. Okay, so that's what we have on a daily time frame. Let's see what we had now this morning. Yesterday, you can see it closed as it looks like a shooting star. right? No, it looks like a spinning top. Yesterday candle looks like a spinning top, though not a valid spinning top. So what they did this morning was to clear the liquidity residing at the previous high. That was high of yesterday. That was 50. And you can see they've achieved that. So there's a high probability for the yen to go bearish from the current market price. You can see what we have here. 4 hour. Can you see this? Can you see the gap on 4 hour? That gap has been filled. And you can see the previous 4 hour candle. What do you have here? This is a strong bearish candle. This is a strong candle. And if you go to 1 hour, 15 minutes, I'm sure you'll be able to identify a bearish reversal pattern. You can see we have what looks like a engulfing pattern here. Let's see 15 minutes. You'll be able to identify, you can see on 15 minutes, we had an engulfing pattern here. Can you see that? On 15 minutes, we had an engulfing pattern. Fair value gap was created at that point, and price pulled back this morning. Let's go to 5 minutes to identify the fair value gap that was created. So you can see the fair value gap that was created on 5 minutes. Price pulled back this morning. You can see this. Price pulled back to fill this fair value gap. Can you see that? And immediately that gap filled, you can see what happened. There was a strong rejection from that area. Okay, so yen has been bearish since the open of the market. You can see it's been bearish. Okay, so my bias for yen is bearish. Sell bearish. Sell yen. Sell yen. It means you buy GBP JPY, look for buys on GBP JPY, look for buys on Euro JPY, look for buys on CAD JPY, okay? Buy because the yen is weak. But at the moment, I would have to wait for retracement. Okay, wait for a retracement. This is not the right time to jump in and start selling the yen. Personally, I would like to see price pull back. Okay, I'd like to see price pull back, retrace, to fill this fair value gap it's created on 4 hour. This is where I will be considering selling the yen. This is not the right time to sell yen. You can see that it has already moved. Price has already moved. Okay, so it's best to wait for price to retrace into this fair value gap. Okay, this is what I'm looking out for on yen. Price should retrace here. Then from there, I can sell yen, and this could be the next target for yen. This low area of liquidity. So that will be my target for yen. I hope that is clear. So that's my take on yen. Look for sells, but wait for price to retrace before you sell yen. Okay. If you have any question, if there's any pair you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. Mr. Joseph, can you hear me?
Yes, boss, I can hear you, sir.
Mr. Joseph, can you please respond?
Yes, boss, I can hear you. I can hear you, sir.
Drop a comment, Mr. Joseph, if you can hear me. Drop a comment. You are the only one on Zoom. Okay, others are on YouTube. Okay. Drop a comment, Mr. Joseph, if you can hear me. If you have any question, any pair you want me to analyze, just let me know in the comment section. Okay, so let's look at GBP USD. GBP USD. Okay, so as you can see, on USD, GBP USD has been bearish. You can see, let's start with the daily. So the long-term bias is bullish. You can see what's the reason for this retracement? What's the reason for this retracement? Price just broke out from this resistance. Can you see that? That's the reason for the retracement. This is the reason for the retracement. Price just broke out from that resistance. And when price hits a resistance level, price is expected to retrace, right? So let's see what's happening on 4 hour. What do we have on 4 hour? Okay, so we have what looks like an engulfing pattern here. A lot of retail traders would have jumped in to sell, okay? And their stop losses will be residing at this level. Their stop losses will be residing at this level, and they're going to come for their stop losses. So if you want to buy, okay, my take on GBP USD is bullish. That's my bias for GBP USD, okay? I'd like to see price retrace, okay, into this fair value gap, okay? Wait for price to pull back into this fair value gap. That is my, that's what I see playing on GBP USD, because if we apply Fibonacci from this swing low to this swing high, okay, if we apply a Fibonacci from this low to this swing high, you want to see price retrace back into a discount area, which is below level 50. And below level 50, we have our fair value gap, and we have a breaker block here. You can see this breaker block. So this is where I will be considering buying GBP USD. Okay, GBP USD is bullish. Bullish, look for buys. Okay, this is a trap. This candlestick you see here is a trap to get retail traders to sell, because most retail traders will see this. Some will call it an engulfing pattern. Some will call this a shooting star, and they will start selling. But the trend, if you look at the structure we have here, this is a bullish structure. You need to know this before you take a trade. What is the structure? This is a bullish structure. It's been forming series of higher high, low, higher low, right? Higher low, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. You can see. So this is a bullish structure. Trade along with the trend. Okay, so that is it for GBP USD. If you have any question, let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Okay, that's it for GBP USD. Let's look at Euro USD. Let's see Euro USD. Okay, Euro USD, same setup. You can see what we have here. This is a shooting star, and you can see where the shooting star formed. You can see we had a fair value gap here. Price just filled this fair value gap. That's the reason for rejection. Can you see that? You can see the fair value gap. That is the reason for the retracement. Okay. That is the reason for the retracement. Okay. So after this, you should expect price. I would like to see price pull back to this fair value gap. This is where I'll be considering buying Euro USD today. I would like to see price retrace into this fair value gap. Okay. Let's see what we have on 1 hour. Okay. So that is where I will be considering buying Euro USD. Euro USD. And from the current market price, this is 1.1322, 1.12. This is about 50 pips, about 50 pips, about 50 pips. So I don't want to trace the pullbacks. Okay, I want to flow with the trend. So I would like to see price pull back into this zone for me to buy Euro USD. I hope that is clear. If you have any question, let me know. Give the video a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. And if this is your first time participating on the live stream, please do subscribe to the channel so that anytime I come on live, you get notified by YouTube. Ensure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of the sessions. Okay? So that's my take on Euro USD. Which other instrument do you want us to look at? Let's look at GBP JPY. Like I said, yen is bearish, so we should be looking for buys on GBP JPY. Should be looking for buys on GBP JPY. So let's start with the daily time frame. Look for buys. I took a sell trade on Euro JPY the earlier hours, okay, and that trade has gone against me. I lost on 30 pips on that trade, Euro JPY trade took this morning. The market went against me, okay. So you can see yesterday candle spinning top. This was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday was strongly bearish. So I think so far this morning, what they did was to come clear the liquidity residing at the yesterday low. A lot of stop losses residing at yesterday low has been cleared. That they have achieved. And on 4 hour, what's happening on 4 hour? Let's see. Okay, so you can see what we have on 4 hour. This is a buy setup on 4 hour. First, if you apply your Fibonacci tool from this swing low to this swing high, right? If you apply your Fibonacci tool from this swing low to this swing high, you can see that price has retraced back to a discount area. This will be a discount area. Price has retraced back to a discount area. And also at the discount area, we have, I think we have a fair value gap here. And that is the reason, that will be the reason for the retracement. As you can see, this fair value gap has been filled. And the last candle, the previous candle closed as a spinning bottom. It closed as a spinning bottom after liquidity residing at this previous low. Okay, close as a spinning bottom. Then if you go down to 1 hour, let me show you where I'm going to take a buy trade on. Okay, so on 1 hour, I had this on 1 hour, but GJ is set. This is a buy setup. Okay, closed above this. Then on 15 minutes, let's see. The market is currently trading above that zone. That tells me that demand is higher than supply. Okay, it tells me demand is higher than supply. Okay, so you can see what we have here on 15 minutes. This is an engulfing pattern. Engulfing pattern, a fair value gap was created, as you can see. A fair value gap was created, and what happened? Price pulled back, filled that fair value gap, and as you can see, there's a strong rejection from that after price filled that fair value gap. So I think GJ is set for buy. Okay, GJ is set for buy. Okay, I see GJ buying. Buy, set stop loss at this point. This is 192.83. 193, that's just about 22 pips or 30 pips. You can just risk 30 pips on GJ. Okay, GJ is going to buy. GJ is going to buy. So you set your TP above, you can set your TP using the highs of this candle. This could be your first TP, this could be your second TP, this could be your third TP. That is what I see playing on GJ. I hope that is clear. Any question? If you have a contrary view, let me know in the comment section. If you have a contrary view, let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. If you have a contrary view, let me know in the comment section. Okay, so let's look at gold. I know most of you trade gold. Let's look at gold. Okay, so gold is still bullish. Every sell on gold at the moment is a retracement. I see it as a pullback. Every sell on gold at the moment is pullback as far as I'm concerned. Told you guys yesterday gold will be bullish, and as you can see, after a little retracement, gold bought. And I think gold is still bullish. Gold is still bullish. Don't sell gold unless you want to trade pullbacks, okay? Gold is still bullish. Okay, gold is still bullish, but it will not be wise to buy gold from the current market price. It won't be wise to buy gold from the current market price. You want to wait for price to pull back, do a little retracement to fill. You can see this void, this liquidity void. Wait for price to pull back. Remember, trading is a game of probability. Okay, so price might pull back to this zone and price might just continue going up from the current market price. Okay, so you might want to wait for price to pull back to fill these fair value gaps, okay, before you buy. These are areas, would be good areas to consider buying, okay? This would be good areas to consider buying gold, okay? But like I said, price might just keep going up from the current market price. But as far as I'm concerned, this is not a good price to buy gold. This is not a good price to buy gold. Wait for retracement before buying gold, okay? So my bias on gold still remains bullish for the week. Bullish for the week. So far this week, I think gold has done over 1,000 pips. Has done over 1,000 pips from this point. This is the opening. 249 to over 900 pips. Yeah. Has done over 900 pips. Here's the ruler. Let me use the. Has done over 900 pips. I'm correct. Good has done over 900 pips. Any question? Do you have any question? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Any question? Is there any pair you want me to analyze? Let me know in the comment section. Any question? Let's see which other pair. Let's see USD card. USD card. So look for, if we are buying GBP USD, we should look for sales on USD card. The dollar is weak, we should look for sales on USD card. And you can see that since the market opened this week, USD card has been bearish. You can see USD card has been bearish, and it is still bearish. USD card is coming for these lows. All the losses reside, these lows will be cleared. Okay, it's coming for that low, and it's going to come fill this fair value gap. This is its destination. Okay, it's coming to fill this fair value gap. That is where USD card is aiming for. Okay, this fair value gap needs to be filled. For the first target, it should be your first target. But personally, I wouldn't advise that you take a sell from the current market price unless you're willing to take high risk. I would not advise you take a sell, because if you sell from the current market price, your stop loss will be above this level. Your stop loss will be above this level, which would be that will be about 70 pips, close to 70 pips stop loss. Yeah, if you're okay with that, then your TP will be at this point 3745. That's about 140 pips. The risk reward, okay. The risk reward is okay. You're risking 70 to get to make 140 pips. That's a good risk reward. Okay, but I would like to see price do a little retracement on 4-hour time frame. I'm sure we could identify a fair value gap that has been created. I would like to see price retrace a little. Okay, I think we have a fair value gap around this area. There's a tiny fair value gap here. Okay, so I would like to see price retrace. Okay, so we have this on. So if we apply our Fibonacci from this swing high to this swing low, swing high to swing low, we want to see price retrace back to a premium area before going bearish. Okay, so I'd like to see price pull back to place this level. We have a fair value gap here. I think this would be a good area to join the sell. This zone will be a good level to join the sell. Okay, okay, so look for your bearish reversal pattern around this area. Okay, I hope that is clear. That is what I see playing out on USD card. It is still bearish. The structure is clear on the 4-hour time frame and also on the daily time frame. It's a bearish structure. It's a bearish structure. Any question? Any question? If there are no questions, I have to end the stream. If there are no questions, if you have any question, let me know in the comment section. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section. If there are no questions, I have to end the live stream. No questions. No questions. Okay, so that will be all for today's session. I want to appreciate you all for your participation, and I wish you all a profitable trading day. Ensure you apply stop losses on all your trade. Okay, ensure you apply good risk and money management. Don't risk more than 1% of your capital on anything. Okay, play safe. Bye for now.